how we roll. That's just how we roll. You know what it is, how we roll. You know what it is, like that. That's just how we roll. That's just how we roll. You know what it is, how we roll. You know what it is, like that. That's just how we roll. That's just how we roll. You know what it is, how we roll. You know what it is, like that. That's just how we roll. That's just how we roll. You know what it is, how we roll. You know what it is, like that. That's just how we roll. That's just how we roll. You know what it is, how we roll. You know what it is, like that. That's just how we roll. That's just how we roll. You know what it is, how we roll. You know what it is, like that. That's just how we roll. That's just how we roll. You know what it is, how we roll. You know what it is, like that. That's just how we roll. That's just how we roll. You know what it is, how we roll. You know what it is, like that. That's just how we roll. That's just how we roll. You know what it is, how we roll. You know what it is, like that. That's just how we roll. That's just how we roll. You know what it is, how we roll. You know what it is, like that.
It's that grown connection. Recipe to chivalry.
Love ain't clean, but it's worth the scars. Late night talk, still healing hearts. Patience, pain, honesty. That's the recipe. Recipe to chivalry. Arguments cold, but we stay right here. Choosing us when it ain't clear. From the mess to the chemistry. That's the recipe. Recipe to chivalry.
Started our vibe and trust was thin. Both had walls and let nobody in. You wanted effort, I moved too guarded. Almost lost love cause pride got hardened. Doors got slammed, silence loud. Love on trial, emotions wild. Almost quit, almost let it bleed. But staying took more strength than leave. Had to learn how to fight to win. Learn how to listen, I talk again. Less ego, more empathy. That's when love started pick the lead. That's when love started cooking me.
Love ain't clean, but it's worth the scars. Lady night talk, still healing hearts. Patience, pain, honesty. That's the recipe.
Recipe to chivalry.
Arguments cold, but we stay right here. Choosing us when it ain't clear. From the mess to the chemistry. That's the recipe.
Recipe to chivalry.
Marriage ain't magic, it's pressure and weight. Bills on the table, emotions debate. Some days distance, share one bed. Other days you're my peace in my head. Learning your language, not raising my tone. Showing up even when I feel alone. I protect your heart, not just your name. You see no flaws, but love me the same. If we fall, we don't run. If it hurts, we don't numb. We rebuild, we forgive. That's how grown love lives. The sauce is God seasoning you and me. Time plus 10, 3 funded degrees, finished dish, marriage and a family.
Yeah. This for the couples hanging by faith. For the ones still dating, moving with grace. Chivalry ain't flowers or social displays. How you show up when it's hard to stay. Respecting the tone, truth and the pain. Choosing growth over walking away. This ain't fantasy, it's real life heat. Love slow cook, yeah, that's how you
Love ain't clean, but it's worth the scars. Every breakdown build who we are. Patience, pain, honesty. That's the rest.
Hello, everybody. Can y'all hear me? How you doing? Hey, can y'all hear me? Hello?
Hello,
Who's
hello,
in there?
hello. How everybody doing? How everybody doing? Can y'all hear us?
Hey, I can hear y'all.
Okay, cool. Okay, today's topic. Well, we're going to begin with a quick prayer. Heavenly Father, Lord, we love you. We bless you for another day. We thank you for everyone that's come on here. We thank you for the support. We ask that this be something that is useful and that someone can use. In Jesus' name we pray, man. All right, today's topic. Can y'all see what it is? Nope, he didn't put the topic up here. Hold
What
on,
was it then?
y'all. No, it isn't. Look, that's not it.
Give me a second. You got me.
See, here we go.
Should have been up there. Captions.
Yeah, you didn't hit to add it. There you go. Show it. There we go. Why people avoid labels.
All righty. So the Q&A is situationship era.
Oh yeah, well,
And why people avoid labels is ambiguity, the new commitment. All righty. So as usual, we do a quick
I
prayer
did
real
the
quick. I did
prayer.
it over in
I
front.
did the
I'm
prayer.
behind
He
y'all. Excuse me.
behind. He's not rocking with me very well this today. We're a little off.
Now she's talking about I'm not rocking. See all the things I got going on. See how she just throws shots to try to throw somebody out there?
Mm-hmm.
Stuff in her face. But anyway, all
Uh-huh.
right, all
He
right.
don't feed me, y'all.
No, I don't. All right, so here we go. Here we go. Let me give out my flowers to everybody. So many people are muted, but let's see. I'll give a shout out to John for being on here. Shout out to Carl. And a shout out to V.
Now I can't see who's on my the other side, which is Facebook right now. Okay, I got Facebook up. YouTube, I don't know.
We got to minimize this for a
Mm-hmm.
second. All righty.
Okay, my YouTube, go down. 'Cause I always miss my people on YouTube. But okay, I'm good right now.
So I don't see
Yeah, it's
anybody.
nobody right now. We're good.
All righty. So with the topic that's up there today, the non-relationship era, often criticized by characterized as situationships, refer to a modern dating trend where individuals engage in romantic or sexual intimacy without defining relationship settings or future traditional labels. This era is driven by a preference for flexibility, a desire to avoid commitment, and a fear of emotional vulnerability. Ooh, that was a whole lot. That was definitely a mouthful.
That was a mouthful.
Anybody have any input they want to join in on that before we
Before
get
we start to dig into
start
this
digging?
about non-relationship era, we seem to be in that a lot here lately, and people, I know a lot of the young people call it a situationship, and there are multiple, there are normally more than one of them. So it's always interesting for me to kind of hear what that's about and why they choose that. Because I'm like, okay, back in my day, it was called you just being a player. You know what I mean? So I don't know if this is more of a way for them to define a relationship without defining being in a relationship. You know?
I can see that.
hmm Um, I was trying to figure out. I know we was talking to individuals and trying to figure out what are the reasons for them avoiding labels. And one of the main things that have come up is fear of commitment, being vulnerable. Nobody wants to label themselves as being the boyfriend or the girlfriend. They feel like that can be binding or triggering,
Right.
as far as giving them anxiety about being trapped, I guess, in a relationship or responsible. And, losing autonomy.
I can see that somewhat, but I think for me personally, I think it leads more towards the flexibility to say you're not in a relationship,
And so you're
just in
keeping
case
your
you see
options
exactly
open,
keeping your
basically.
options open.
I,
Yes.
I never understand that. I'm like, if that's what you want to do, just say that's what you want to do. Why is it has to?
I don't think necessarily somebody's trying to hide it, but I think that's where
the new group comes in talking about situationship. So when they say that, it's like I'm kind of seeing somebody, but we're not committed. I guess I don't know if we got anybody out here that falls in that category. I'd love to hear
Category,
your
like how does that
explanation
work?
or
Especially in the dating
definition.
game. Like how does that even work? How do you go about doing it? Is that something that you explore or get into?
I don't
I
know.
know for me, I don't do it now, but back in the day when I was younger and I did those situationships, um, it was to really not have a label, but I know for me, I always was like, we don't have to be in a relationship, but I don't like I don't want neither one of us to have, you know what I mean, like any sexual relations with anyone else. So, you know what I mean? Like now in my now that I'm older, I'm like, that really didn't make any sense because it's still like you still want the benefits of the relationship, but not the actual label, I guess, to move in and out. You know what I mean? Like without feeling like there's going to be strings attached, and there's always strings attached.
So with that being said, can I ask the question of do you think it was also underlined being selfish a little bit, not wanting the other person to, I guess, search the market too while they're dealing with you?
Um, I mean, I guess if if that's how I mean, like you see it. I guess I think for me it was almost like that was like even though I didn't want a relationship, like that's what it was gonna take for me to entertain, you know what I mean, like somebody because I didn't want somebody to be sleeping with me and sleeping with, everyone else. So
So do you think some of that was emotional self-protection maybe? So
um
listen,
no, no, I think that if I'm being honest, I think it just I had gotten to I had, I was doing my thing, you know what I mean? So I didn't feel the guilt of, you know what I mean, like talking to other people. You know what I mean? For me, it was that, okay, I'm not, I'm not crossing the line, but I'm going to talk to whoever I want to talk to.
So could it be like, let's say, if the relationship is never defined,
hmm
that you're actually in a relationship, is it because it's easier to guard yourself emotionally if it falls apart from like a heartbreak or whatever? Like, well, we was never technically together anyway. I think some people may do that. I'm not saying you specifically, but I think that's why some people don't define it as a straight out relationship.
that way if it falls apart, then it's like okay, the risk of heartbreak
Right.
is lessened.
It's a way for them to
Kind of deal with the
deal
whole
with it
right.
and say, okay, we weren't really together, so
Right. We wasn't really together. I
I'm
mean,
not that heartbroken by it.
I think that's true too. I also feel like I know in one instance that I could remember specifically, like me and this person really liked each other. We was really feeling each other, but I didn't feel like I didn't feel like we were on the same level as far as what I mean, like our career and our goals and where we was going. So for me, it was more so of I like you, but you're not where I need you to be in order for us to be in a relationship. So let's stay right here. You know what I
Oh,
mean? Until either you get to where, you know what I mean, like I feel like you should be, or we both get tired of each other.
right.
okay, well, Kel had read one part, and I'll pull it up right here where it says desire for freedom and fluidity. Am I saying that correctly?
Fluidity.
Okay.
Um,
It says many view love as fluid and labels as limiting their options of exploring.
explorationship, like we said before, exploring other options.
Uh-huh, that focus on personal discovery rather than preset milestones.
I can see
Hmm.
that to a certain degree. Anybody else have any input on that?
John, you, how does that work for you? Is he there?
He might
I
be
never
away.
really been in a situation like that to be able to answer.
Okay.
Okay, say never been in that kind of situation before. Okay,
Okay.
so we'll keep going. Um, where are we at, babe? So
Right here,
dating fatigue and hustle
hustle.
culture. So that could be probably some of these underlying factors of why people avoid labels. So
They don't.
with busy lives,
I
some
don't have
prefer
time. Right.
low maintenance
Connections.
connections that offer intimacy without the effort of a high pressure traditional partnership.
And I can see a whole lot of that saying
I think
that,
that's more in today's culture than
right.
anything.
They'll say, well, I'm more career driven or I'm about my money or whatever. And I just, being in a, I don't have time
Right,
to really explore a full relationship with you, or that's the excuse that's used.
right.
Okay, so I can see that one. Trauma from past relationships. Past heartbreaks can cause people to avoid landmarks or of a relationship, such as commitment or consistency, while still enjoying the hallmarks like companionship and sex.
I
Hmm.
definitely think that one plays a huge factor. Um,
How do you like?
because I'll give you a real life example.
Okay.
So my idea of a relationship growing up was from watching my parents, aunts, and uncles. All them watching them in the relationship they were in, and it was always a 1v1. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that was my idea of what dating should look like.
Right.
So when I jumped out there, yes, one girlfriend, call it a day. But the second I got my heart broke, you see somebody turn their face real quick. The second I got my heart broken, I was like, I'm done with that. I'm gonna play the market, and I'm not gonna enter into a single relationship. I'm gonna date as many as I can. When I say date, it was never one on one, but I'm gonna do me, have fun. If I happen to find that one, then so be it. But at the moment, there is no one, and I wasn't looking for the one. So that's why I can definitely see where trauma and past relationships play a big role in that.
Mm. Okay.
All righty. So is ambiguity
The new
the new commitment?
commitment.
So first, let's give a definition of ambiguity. We got another one on here. Hey, Mom, I'm giving you flowers. So ambiguity. In the context of dating, ambiguity refers to a situation where the boundaries, expectations, and status of a relationship are undefined.
Undefined. So I think we got a lot of them out there in that. Okay, it is often described as a stable, as what?
Stable
Stable
ambiguity.
ambiguity, where two people are in a more than friends phase, but have not committed to being a couple, causing uncertainty.
I see that.
Okay.
It is characterized by inconsistency in communication, absence of future planning, and blurred lines between friendship, sex, and romance.
Which for me can be really messy when the
Absolutely.
lines are blurred like that. Because at some point doing that, somebody is going to get caught up with their feelings.
Absolutely. So, I
So,
mean, what you're saying, I think that's where it can be so messy because even in the beginning stages, not everybody expresses that's what they're looking for
mhm.
because they don't want to lose the immediate connection.
Right. I was just talking to somebody the other day, and they were saying how where they had lived at once before, there was a certain group of women that told her in the first 90 days, you need to hide who you are.
Oh, we went through that, I think,
I know that, but
podcast
right.
before, right?
So, she's, not to dump a whole lot maybe on the man right
I
away or
can see that.
whatever, to hide who you are, try and keep your feelings in check as much as possible, even if he may be the one or whatever, to kind of hold all that in. And I was like, that's crazy to me. I'm like, because even after the 90 days, what if she lets all that out and he still doesn't feel that way? I'm like, you the one held on to all these feelings right away where, you could have just,
That's why I'm kind of like on the fence with these timelines with this stuff because I think it's per situation. You have to really fill it out and kind of get an idea of how everything's going before you, I guess, put all your eggs in one basket, so to speak. Anybody have any comments on that?
okay.
Back to it. Wait, we have somebody else.
Yeah. Hey, mama.
I'm gonna get your.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. How are you all?
All
We're
right.
great.
We're talking about situationships. So basically,
And why people avoid labels and its ambiguity, the new commitment.
commitment. And we're going over what
Is
ambiguity
ambiguity the new commitment?
commitment is it? And it seems to be that it is. It's
So while some argue that in a non-relationship era, ambiguity serves as a new form of default. Commitment, it is more accurately described as a low stakes, high flexibility arrangement. And I can see that all day long.
is not
Excuse me.
it's not true commitment. Unlike traditional relationships where commitment is about shared responsibility, this era offers prioritizing individual needs over mutual progress. So it's all about you. It's all about what your needs is as a singular instead of saying, okay, this is what we're doing. That's why I don't think this even should work on any level because anytime that you bring sex into a situation, especially for women, it's going to become an emotional thing. Feelings are going to get involved, and it's going to happen. I mean, men, fine, and then there are some women that can turn it off too. But regardless, feelings are going to come into play anytime sex is involved.
I agree.
So,
I
for
like the way
me,
they kind of label this right here because it's like with modern day language. Like they said, it's sliding and not deciding.
it's sliding at night. Exactly. So you
Sliding into the
sliding in and
DMs.
out all night long, whenever you want, basically without having to make a decision if you're going to make that one the one
Right.
and leaving it like that. Like, you know what? But I do come by and I see you every night. I'm only sleeping with you. Y'all, it's playing that game.
And not everybody plays that game. It's just what it is. They don't want to commit. So they'll let some will let you know. I see you and others, and you can do the same. I'm not committing to you. You're not committing to me, and we'll see each other when we see each other.
Or it could be like Ron just said, we're only sleeping with each other, but we're still seeing people.
I
And
think that only lasts but for so long to a certain
exactly,
degree.
because then what happens if you run into somebody that you are physically attracted to?
Right.
You want to take it for a ride.
Right. So
I had a
instead
comment
of,
about the 90-day thing.
okay.
Okay.
I kind of agree with Kel about the not putting a timeline on it. I think um
I hope you're still there. We don't hear anything. I think you muted yourself, V, or something.
Yeah.
I
Something's going on.
There she
Back.
go.
oh okay. I feel like going into it
You in robot mode. Wait,
Oh yeah, something
something
going on
going on
with
with
her.
her
Yeah, she
phone.
got
Yeah.
bad connection.
Yeah, something going on with her.
Hey V, I'm gonna mute you for a second. I'm gonna let you know that you have a bad connection going on. I don't know if you're traveling or not. Can you hear us? Well, we don't have
Okay.
that feedback. So
Yeah, there you go.
hello? No, I'm gonna leave it right there. We're not getting no feedback right now. So,
Okay. I
but
don't know what that was. See, but the 90-day thing that I was talking about, the other person didn't know nothing about it. It was just something, I guess, as the woman they was putting on themselves, like as far as how much information they'll give, how much of themselves they're gonna, slowly let
Divulge. Yeah.
divulge, right? And they gave themselves that 90-day,
Yeah. I mean,
just to see where everything, what it was looking like, where he was at. That was their way of, I guess, filling him out
yeah.
to see just how far this relationship is possibly going.
I definitely understand the premise of it.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason why I don't agree with it, because let's say they're not necessarily saying that they want a commitment, but not saying that they don't want a commitment. And then 90 days have passed. Do you have to force all this stuff out, or do you do a reset? That's why I say I don't think, I see where you can use 90 days, but I think it is situational. Some people could be longer, some could be shorter,
Absolutely.
some could be right at 90 days. Anybody got any comment on that? I think we lost V for a second.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So let me go back here.
To slipping and not deciding.
So instead of actively deciding to commit, individuals often slide into scenarios that involve sex,
Right.
companionship, and emotional closeness without having the uncomfortability define the define the relationship. So
okay, so even with that, then, because what that sounds like to me too is some people, they will well, no, I guess that would be a little different. Forget it.
Any comments on the
that one would be a little
from
different.
anybody?
It'll be a little different.
All right, so it's a wait and see approach, which I agree.
Okay. Ambiguity allows people to keep their options open and to stay in the present, enjoying the benefits of the partner without the obligation of long-term planning.
Absolutely. I totally agree with that. It's the wait and see, because they might not want to. There's a number of things. It could be wanting to see. It could be they have three or four other options.
Right.
And who, for lack of better terms, who outdoes the other as being the number one pick.
And wouldn't that come into play exactly what you're looking for? Or is that me? That sounds to me like I don't know exactly what I'm looking for, but I'm gonna just go with the flow until I see something. I be like, well, okay.
I disagree. So what I say it is even though that's what you're looking for, not everybody may not fit that perfect mold of what you're looking for.
There is no perfect mold, but
right. So when you say this is what you're looking for, it could be a balance of this person has A, B, and C, but not quite D. This one has D and A. What can you or can't you deal with, and who fits the better mold of meshing with you? Okay. So it may be like I see a wait and see game. I got this one, this one, this one, this one. Let's say it's 90 days. I got to spend 90 days with this one, 90 days with this one, and 90 days with this one, and figure out, now do I divulge who I am? Now do I sit there and balance out who falls where and what category? Remember, I tell you, we place you in categories all day long.
Yes, y'all men place women in categories. We place y'all in categories.
I'm quite sure you do. And we figure out which one actually fits the mold. So I agree with that. That was the
last part of that.
That was the last part. So we did a definition of ambiguity already. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. So we did that.
Did we do why they avoid labels?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't get all into it, like the desire of fluidity and freedom.
Yeah.
Somewhat. Attachment styles. Let's deal
with that one.
Okay, so with attachment styles, I think that falls right along the line what I was saying. You're trying to pick from which one sticks out. So people with avoidant attachment styles may feel smothered or trapped by labels, using ambiguity to maintain emotional distance. And I think that fits, I may be wrong, I think that fits very well for a model to follow for women. Being that you're emotionally driven, you try to stay emotionally detached from the situation.
For as long as you can.
For as long.
Right, and look at it from a more logical.
Y'all forgive me for a second.
So what he's saying is basically, as women, instead of us dealing when we're in a relationship being emotionally driven, that we need to maybe sit back and be more logical. um, and it's crazy because I feel like in this day and age a lot of women are like that now. They are more logical about situations that they're in. I think that they're also more career driven, and because they know what they want and what they're looking for. um I think now they are placing men maybe down here, especially if he can't meet her there. I think there's a lot of that now going on. It's not as traditional as I guess when I grew up, where the father, the husband, he kind of takes care of everything, and the wife is at home, and all she does is take care of the children. We live in an era where the woman, unfortunately, because the situation, has to kick in and do both. Have to be everything. They have to be the mother and the father. And because of that, when they're looking for a mate now, they're just looking for somebody that could, and I could be wrong, that can just meet them where they're at. They're not trying to take care of a man, for one. So he has to at least be making what she's making, or come into the situation to better it and not hinder her any more than where she at. What do y'all think? Am I on or not? Nobody's saying nothing. So I guess I'm doing good. Look, it's just me. Look, the things that happen in the background that y'all don't see, I don't care how much we try to get things done early. We need to do a day in the life. Nothing ever goes as we plan. Um, so let's go down to the next thing. Let's deal with being a safe placeholder. Oh, so ambiguity is often used as a way to maintain a connection without the accountability. I thought we did that of a formal partnership. It allows one to receive, yeah, benefits. Yeah, we did that one. Okay, where who's that? Hey Tim. Oh, hold on. Yeah, how you doing? Okay. All right. So we're talking about situationships, and not being held to labels, and how that's playing a part in everything. Kel stepped away for a minute. Unfortunately, we had somebody that was supposed to come to the house earlier, and they're just now getting here. They're late. They're fired. That's what they are. But okay. So let me go on to the next thing, the slow love trend. Some experts view this era as a period of slow love where people spend more time exploring before making high stakes commitment. Why is all my notes? I feel like he hit something and now I'm off track. Hold on, y'all. So we try to be good about our notes and staying on track, and I think I'm off. I am completely off track. Okay, here we go. We did past dramas. Let's get to okay. Key indicators. You know a situation is ambiguous when you spend significantly energy analyzing your partner's behavior to see at least two possible meanings in their actions, or feel unable to pin down an outcome or a decision. Okay, so for that one, I don't know how I feel about that one. Um, I don't know.
Say it again, Quinn.
Okay, so it said, where am I at? When you know a situation is ambiguous, you spend significant energy analyzing a partner's behavior, see at least two possible meanings in their actions, or feel unable to pin down an outcome or a decision on that. So you're basically spending all your time and energy, I feel like, trying to pick up reasons why you should not be in this relationship with this person, why you can't commit, and why it should stay a situationship. I mean, that's what I'm getting from the notes that Kel put on this one, that basically we're going to use all our energy. And every time this person asks me when we're going to be in a relationship, you're gonna say, you know what, you do X, Y, and Z. So I don't think, it's gonna work. And I think we should just leave the situation the way it is. Are you saying something? Oh, there you go.
I feel like I feel like for the most part, adults in situationships are just lying to themselves.
Yep.
Both parties, both
Mhm.
parties. Like a man is lying to himself and believing that he can sleep and have sex with this woman and she's not going to catch feelings because he already told her from the beginning that they weren't going to be anything, blah blah blah. So therefore she has no right to catch feelings. However, should she actually act on that thesis, he's in his feelings
Right.
about it, and vice versa.
Right.
I don't think either party is truly being honest. Um, and so it's just kind of like it's just sin in a way. It's like, all right, well, who can get over on who, and that's the game.
Yeah.
And it
See, I
sounds
feel
gross. It sounds gross like that, but we make it sound a lot better when we're doing it.
okay. So yeah, I was thinking that too. And also what I didn't want to bring up, but I am going to bring up. I feel like it's the same way because you said it's sin. Even if you say I'm in a situationship and let's say, okay, but you do commit or say, oh, we're going to live together and we're going to be roommates. So basically, you want to be roommates, and let's say for the man, he's like, "Oh, well, I want to test this out first before I say I'm gonna commit to you, just to see how you are as, a potential partner." So now this woman is around there doing the duties of a wife without that label and that commitment to being one. That's what I considered a real situationship, not knowing that, and in her head, she feel like, okay, we living together. So he's committed to me in some way, but because, that's the promise or that was what was communicating. And, sometimes as women, we read into more than what we're actually listening to and seeing because of our own desires. So because you have a desire to be a wife and you want to be, this, you'll put yourself in a situation thinking that if I did this, then he'll see that I am, the perfect one and that we don't need to be in this situationship.
Right.
Not knowing that you just gave him the entire cow and he have to pay for it.
Yeah, he got Oak and the cow. He got the farm. And he ain't had
He
to do
got the
no
whole
work.
farm
He
and
got
he
the
didn't
farm.
have
He
to
ain't had to do
do
no
anything
work.
for it.
Yeah.
Right.
Um.
He didn't at all.
Yeah. Like at all. At all. Um. I don't know about how. Is that something that?
Huh? You went out on that part.
Is that something that happens a lot?
Yes. I know for me, the women that I come in contact with, are not just women because there's men too. Um, they kind of fall in that category. And I have a few I can actually that are currently going through certain situations that are like that right now. Or I have one where I have a gentleman, he thought he was in a situationship and he slipped up and now the girl's pregnant And now, he's left playing house, trying to figure out how to get out of it. You
Oh
know what I
no!
mean?
Oh
And
no! Oh no! He did it.
yeah, trying to figure out how to
He
get out
did
of
it.
it.
No, you can't get
I
out.
mean, like he's
No,
trying to take as far as his responsibility for the child. Yes, he wants to do that. But they already the girl already had her own, and then she wants more. But the way
he need
the
he
relationship
needs to
started out,
reconsider.
yeah.
Mm, mm, mm.
So that's why
He
we
needs to
actually had this.
reconsider. She got a lot of power right now. He needs to reconsider that.
He does, but it sounds good.
Ooh,
But
that's so scary.
everybody at the end of
Ooh,
the
that's
day, they're
scary.
grown and they make their own decisions. All I can do is give whatever knowledge that I have, and I try to support. I'm always here. I always tell everybody, I don't judge. We don't judge. We listen. And then after that, I ask, um, if you want my opinion, understand what that comes with, because I'm always going to be truthful with you, and I'm going to give you, it's going to be biblical, but it's also gonna be from whatever experience and stuff I have too. Or so I always try to handle it in both ways. But unfortunately, this is some of the stuff that is actually happening right now. There are so many young people that are in these situations, and then when stuff goes sideways, they're not actually sure how to go about handling it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where we're at. Tim came in.
Hey, what up, Tim? You gave him his flowers?
No, I didn't. He just jumped right in and he helped support, because I couldn't. Our notes was all over the place when you hit it. I don't know where we had left off at. So Sister Girl had to do best
Just
and
went
go
back.
with life knowledge, right, and life situations, and kind of go in that way and kind of deal with the things that I know that are
V is
happening. And
muted.
yeah, she was muted. I'm sorry, V. I don't do the technical stuff. I'm sorry, I didn't know you was muted. Um, but
It's okay.
You're not muted now. I'm back. I'm back.
look, I didn't even see that. All of everybody looked blue to me. It wasn't my
So
bad.
I
Anybody have
apologize.
anything to add to what I just said? Somebody else just hit and left.
John, he just
It just
left.
left. Here he comes back.
He'll
Yeah,
come back
he
on.
keep having issues. He keeps going in and out.
Good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We can hear you.
Went for a walk.
Yeah, I left. I gave Darlene a snack and water, and I give her, and I
no,
put
John.
on a collar and gave her the remote.
No, that was
See me walk the block before.
no.
I usually
You hearing
sometimes
Tim
because
right
the
there? You
cell's on
can
home,
mute
I just
Tim.
walk down to like
You
light upon, and I
Yeah, there you go.
All right, what up, John?
Okay,
Now
there we
let's see if
go.
there's anybody over here.
No, there's nobody. I did check that. I'm
Okay.
good. We good there. I'm good. And
All
I'm good
right.
over here.
You good over here?
Uh-huh. See, I did
All righty.
okay.
All
Not
right.
too bad. I just didn't have V unmuted. That was the only thing I missed.
No, you did good.
Okay.
So I guess we're about it. That's about it. Anybody got
Yeah,
anything else to say?
nobody had anything else to say. I kind of went in a little bit. I went off our notes, so we were good. And then when our notes failed me, I just freestyle like I always
Alrighty.
do. I try
I
not
had
to.
I had a comment.
Okay, go for it.
It was about that last little blurb that you read.
Uh,
About like how you can tell like if you're in that type of, I can't say the word
And
ambiguous.
Woody, yeah, that's what, girl. You and me too.
Yeah, ambiguity. I think it was saying like how you can tell if you're in that type of relationship, and I do agree with that because I feel like if no lines are ever drawn and no communication is happening, you're gonna find yourself like the way he texts you. If he says, "Hey baby, you ready to go out?" You're gonna be like, "Ooh, now what does that baby mean?" Or if
Right.
he, you know what I mean, like you're gonna start questioning the things that the person is saying because there was no clear you know what I mean, definition to what y'all was doing in the
Right.
first place. So every little thing you're gonna start dissecting and saying, could he mean this? You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Does this mean he ready to take it? You know what I mean?
To the
So
next level.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Anybody else have any input? I'm sorry, his keep gets disconnected. We're trying to do better and make sure we keep these
At least to an hour.
to an hour, 40 minutes to an hour on a podcast.
Well, we up to
That,
40,
yeah, so
45
we're
minutes. So
doing
we're doing
actually
good. We're
real
doing good.
good. So we're trying to keep everything to that because according to, all of the statistics and stuff, y'all attention spans are like ants. It's
Marla,
less than ants.
did Marla chime in or anything?
No, Marla didn't say anything. She
Okay.
probably got Cameron running around there, so she probably just listening. Ain't no telling. But yeah, so they said yeah, attention span isn't.
Who attention span?
No, the audience. It was
Ah,
like, trying to keep your
engaged.
edge right, to keep everybody engaged, that we should keep it down. Because y'all know we've had 2 hours.
2 hour, but it got good there.
It does.
Everybody was engaged.
It does. So, what we will do, and I know we said it, and we thank y'all for working with us the last week or two. It's been really busy. For those that don't know, our middle girl is pregnant. The baby is due on Mother's Day. So,
You said
yay.
middle.
Hey,
Middle. She's our middle child.
Oh, middle child. You said
She's a,
middle girl. Like,
well,
so where the
she's,
other one at?
the middle child is
which is
having
a girl.
Okay, right.
right, our middle child is having another baby. So we
You
couldn't
need
get
to hurry up.
in, right.
Mm.
We couldn't have it last week, and last weekend we had her baby shower. So we were very, very busy. And then the week before that, me and Kev was out of town. So we've been running. That's why I said we'll probably do a day in the life. It's always something going on with us. So y'all just stay tuned and stay with us. We will try to make sure we keep you engaged. We always tell y'all if y'all have topics that y'all want to talk about, hit us up. We ain't scared
At all.
at all. Ask us. It don't matter how taboo y'all think it is. We will discuss it. We will get into it. I ain't scared. You scared?
Nah,
Never.
So with that being said, and there's no more input.
There's no more input on these. Oh, there is. Wait a minute, Tim.
Tell.
Yeah,
Come on, Tell.
unmute
Come on
him.
with it. He
Unmute
got
him.
himself. Oh, wait.
No, you had him muted.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Tell.
Can you hear me yet? Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
All right. So here's the thing about this situationship thing, right? I think it's always been that way. I think it's more prevalent now because a lot of people are like leaving long marriages and things like that. So it just like turns up every 10 years when there's like a big breakout and everybody's breaking up. But from what I can remember, I mean, I'm a child of a situationship.
Okay.
Okay, so and both those consenting adults knew exactly what they were doing. Both of them tried to act like they were a victim of something, and then 21 years later, they both woke up and realized that they could stop lying about it because they was caught.
I agree. It
My,
happens.
fa-
It happens.
my father showed up and said, "Hey, I'm your daddy," and I was like, "Hey, what? Who are you?" I'm Johnny. Your name is Timothy John. John is my name. Oh, okay, that's nice to know. He said, yeah. He's like, also, I am Blackfoot Indian, 78%. I was like, what? And then all these things in my life that I didn't know, why I felt differently on, all those things just like connected in a very short period of time. I say all that to say this. The situationship era is never going to end as long as we keep lying to ourselves and people and lying to other people and accepting lies. Like,
Right.
like, just be real about it. And you can be as real. I mean, like we were saying, Quintella, you can be right up front. Listen, I got too much going on. I'm not interested in a relationship, blah, 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 blah. We can get together, we can do this, but I'm not looking for somebody that I got to call every day and I got to check in and this and that, and I got to report to them. Um, you can do that all you want. But once you sleep with somebody, you're lying to yourself if you don't think that connection is already there.
Right.
That connection is already there. If a man walks away from a woman that he slept with and she turns around and says that's okay because tomorrow night I'm going out with so and so, he's gonna feel some kind of way about that.
Mm-hmm. But the woman isn't supposed to feel that way if the man says it and says, you know what? I think I found somebody better than you and I'm gonna move on.
Right.
It depends. It depends. Again, I think it's situational because there are some men that will be okay with that. Like, okay, not me tonight. All right, cool. Then you go do you, I'll do me, and I go find me. I go visit my second, third, fourth options.
Right. But most
It's double
things
minded.
like that happen are more so one night stands. Not so much like the situationship. I would think like a situationship comes from a base of a communication. Like there was some kind of friendship or something that was going on, and then that got added onto it that made it a situationship. You know what I'm saying? One night stands, you just met somebody, you're hot, they're hot, whatever, you get it on. You don't really have to go really in depth with the explanations because you already know. But
Right.
when you've been talking a lot, now you got some explaining to do. Why are we
Um,
talking so much if this is all we're doing?
Again, I agree with you to a certain extent. I mean, I know, like for me, in some of my instances, it was like, hey, can I come see you tonight? And it's like, well, no, I got something going on. Okay, well, I'll catch you next time. Click. And then there was another phone call. And then there was another phone call. So when someone, like you said, when someone says, no, not you, they rather do something else. Me personally, I didn't take it some other way. I was like, I probably chose you to call first because, not trying to sound any kind of way, but your rotation time is up. You falling back into rotation. Okay, so now I go back to fall back on the other ones, whatever the case may be. So that's how it was. Me personally, I didn't take it any kind of way
So
because
you had a whole rotation.
I was like I was saying. So like I put it out there in the beginning that I did not want a relationship, and they conveyed the same feelings. No, this is not a relationship; it's a situationship. So the situation was either you today or tomorrow.
But Tim said y'all lying to yourselves.
I won't lie to myself.
He said every man and woman be lying. Both parties were lying to themselves about being in it
In what?
in a situationship.
No, because I found it so much easier personally to express that for the very, very what I didn't want, what I did want, and it worked out perfectly.
But not every man is like
Well,
you. Everybody.
No, there's always
hold up now,
what? What?
because I gave that exact example. I said even if a man says up front, like I have no time for this, I'm not interested in this. You may be honest with your mouth, but you're not being honest with your body.
Explain that.
Um, you connect yourself with somebody else sexually. You've
Hmm.
tied yourself to them.
No.
We disagree.
Yeah, totally disagree because I think that falls more with women because they're so emotionally involved.
I think that that
Big
I
men is
think
just
that
the opposite.
that's I think that that's a double standard.
Now, when you say that, I totally agree with that. I'm not saying that it's right. I'm just telling you what it is. Like,
I'm not
this,
talking about emotions though. I'm not talking about emotionally tied. I'm talking about you created a bond.
I disagree with
But
that.
you know what I'm
There's,
saying?
there's nobody. So, okay, so let me ask you this then. With your scenario and all the women you've been with, you're still bonded to them.
Yes.
And I totally disagree. Totally
All
disagree.
right, so check this out.
How do you get unbonded?
You don't.
I disagree. But anyway, go
You
ahead.
don't. You don't unbond. Like the wages of sin is death. You don't get out. Like death is that's like it is what it is. Like so.
If you're gonna go
I know
there,
right now. I know every single
hold on
woman
one
that I've
second,
ever
one
slept
second.
with.
If you're gonna
Right?
go there, then I'm going to say who the sun sets free is free indeed. And I'm gonna
Uh,
leave that one right there.
yeah. I would love to say that I felt set free every time run into my baby mom. I don't feel so free. Payday, I don't feel
So
so
maybe you
free.
still got some emotions and some feelings for her that have not been
Mm,
resolved.
It it's always going to be that way. There's always going to be something.
Is it because of the child? Because
No, it's going
I
to
have a lot of
be
baggage.
because we were intimate. It's
Not
because
for
we were intimate. Like there's always a thing. Like it's easier for me to talk about this because I'm not married and there's not like a woman looking at me like I'm crazy right now as I'm talking to you.
that
You know
was
what
that
I'm
was a
saying?
slight shot.
Oh well, he don't have
That
that
was a hold on,
problem.
hold on. I can
He
speak for
don't.
myself.
Go
That
ahead.
was a slight shot, Tim. And I'll tell you this right here. I will say anything in front of her.
Yep.
She might not
I know
agree.
you would. I know
She
you
may
would, Kel.
not agree, but I will never fake the funk when she's here.
Yep.
No,
Never.
no, I know you won't, Kel. But I also know that you will bury yourself. You will pat yourself down. I know you wrap yourself up when you started saying, you know, if the girl, you started stuttering right there. I just hit
Oh,
my
that's me
face. I
getting
was
my thoughts together because I like to speak from a clear,
uh,
consistent pattern versus just spitting out my mouth something that doesn't come across as coherent, intelligent. So I try to think about what I say before I just spew it out. But yeah, so I have a bunch of baggage and I'm not bonded, connected, care whatsoever in any form, shape, or fashion. Um, it
okay.
may be
Do you think that if
I cut
so,
you off.
so oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I
I'm
just know
done.
that we only got a
No, he
couple
was just
minutes.
saying that when he's done with somebody, that's what he said. When he cut him off, he cut him off. So once he's done. Whatever he felt or used to feel, it isn't there anymore. That part of it is
With
dead.
that being said, I think you believe in soul ties, right?
Um, I believe in spiritual ties. I believe that um, if especially if I'm having unprotected sex with somebody, oh my God, that I've just bonded myself to them. I just tied my flesh to them, and like there's a study that um is going out right now where they're trying to figure out if when you have sex with somebody, do you leave your DNA with them? Does that woman carry some of your DNA with them? And if they do, if that's true, um, then I don't think. Then again, I'm gonna argue. I don't think we're being honest with ourselves. I think we're more tied than we think we are. A female may be emotionally more tied than the man, but I think that there are bonds that we may not know what they are. But there's always a thing. You
So
see that person in the grocery store, there's a thing. You run into them at a dinner party, there's a thing. It's
I don't think so, because even for me,
I'm gonna back that all the way up to Adam and Eve. So then we go with that, then we're bonded from them on down. So you're confining it to this little bubble of the women
no,
that
I'm
you
saying like any woman I
point. So you're confined into a small bubble of the relationships you've had and being bonded, right? So then I just kind of like dial back the time and go back to Adam and Eve. They bonded and have all these children. So we're bonded through all that then, according to your thought pattern.
I think that we're bonded to sin, right?
Of course,
All the way from back then.
we were born in sin,
that's something totally different.
but we was reborn when we accepted the Lord and Savior as our Savior.
Yes,
All of that is
correct.
gone. So everything that
Correct.
was once attached to you sin-wise should be gone. So that should include everyone that you slept with, them soul ties that you talk about, every single crime or whatever sin that you create that you did at that time should be erased.
Right.
So if something was
But
erased from that, so there shouldn't be anything left unless you held on to it. Then you're the one that didn't let go. You're the one that didn't let Christ come in completely and clean you and wash you.
I don't know.
No, it ain't no I don't know.
We'll have to have this conversation
Yeah.
behind the
I,
safety.
I,
Because
I don't
God
know.
don't
I,
have,
I don't know. I don't know. I, I
God
think
don't
I
have to
think we
any.
might be thinking about different things. But like when I say that we're tied, maybe I'm just not doing a good job of explaining specifically what the I don't have the right word to give you to acknowledge the feeling that I have when I run into somebody that I've slept with before and I feel kind of tied to them in some sort of way. Um
Which is crazy because I'm just I'm and I don't I don't have any like guys that I may have slept with, but and they may that I have slept with. I don't feel anything when I see them. I just be most of the time it's like, ooh, what was I thinking? Um, but other than that, there's nothing. There's absolutely nothing there. A lot of times I just look at them and I say, Lord, I thank you
So,
because you got me away from that situation.
so let me ask you this, Tim. What you say when you get this feeling? What feeling is
Is
that?
it fuzzy, warm? Is
I
it
don't know how to describe that feeling because sometimes it could be a range of things. For the most part, it'd be like disgust or thankfulness, one or the other.
okay? So that's different.
I don't think that ties
I
you
don't think that
to
ties
that
you. Just
person.
that's just like what I just
Right.
said.
And that's why I'm saying I don't think that I'm using the right word to describe the tie that I'm feeling.
Cause mine's, I be
Okay,
Um
thankful. I be like,
we
Lord,
can
I
we,
be
we
ready
can
to a
agree we can
shout,
agree to
like,
that. We can
like,
agree to that.
thank you, Lord. You got me. Like I came out of that. I didn't stay in it. I ran away from it. So yeah.
you know what? I'm gonna have to look into this in the word
Okay.
and then come
And
at
then
you
we'll
with the
get,
word and
yep.
then
I'm
we'll
gonna
And
I'm
do
gonna
it
we're
have to
like
get
that
together
definitely, we're
and have a
definitely,
conversation about it.
and pull that
okay.
apart.
All
All
right.
right.
All right.
I
Thank you so much.
appreciate you.
Anybody else have anything before we go ahead and shut it down? Carl, Mama, anybody?
Okay.
All righty.
This has been Recipe to Chivalry. I'm Quintella.
And I'm Kel, and thank you
Thanks
so
so
much for
much.
joining.
Keep it cooking.
And we'll
Good
see
night.
y'all next time. Subscribe, share.
Like.
Recipe to chivalry.
We'll catch you guys next time. All righty.